Next day after all those sales and everything, and so far we've only sold one item, which is a Callaway XR 6 iron, sold for $49 plus shipping, so that's not terrible. And it's just one of those things a little slower right now. We did have 3 of the snap-on swivel sockets sell for $25 a piece plus shipping. One person bought them, and then I tried to actually send them an invoice, and I must have, because I did a lot of sell similar, so they must have been under eBay Motors, and then under that category they were under tools or something. Well, it turns out that I tried to go ahead and send them a invoice, and eBay does not allow that under eBay Motors. So I had to contact them and said, hey, they were under this. It's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, so if you actually have anything under eBay Motors, motor parts, I'm assuming, motor pieces, you cannot send an invoice, which doesn't make any sense. I got this message right here that says like, can't do it. It's under eBay Motors. I don't know, so I'll just have to refund them. Hopefully pay for them, and then I'll be able to refund the overage shipping, which we always do. But it's a lot easier sometimes just to send an invoice and say, hey, it's going to cost this to ship it, and then you owe this much, and then they pay it. And I actually like that a lot better because sending the invoice is super, super easy. So I don't know. We'll just go from there. Also, more headaches with the insurance company. Now my mortgage and us have paid the insurance company double what they were supposed to get for the homeowner's insurance premium for the first year. So I was on the phone for them for about an hour. It's just one of those things. There's always some sort of something going on. And it happens to everybody. That's the thing. It's like all this happens to everybody. If you try something new or you're getting into something new, you just got to iron out those little details. And the details will, then just cost you hours and hours of time. Also, I do read all the comments here. And there was a big comment on our last video about the structure that we took down, the chicken coop. So as you know, the chicken coop was right over there and she's all gone. We do have another dumpster here. Hey, dumpster. Because we were thinking we were actually gonna win a storage unit today. And this is one of the first times I've ever backed out of a storage unit because of the price. It was $3,000 it got up to, and that was when I just clicked off of it. I think it probably went about $3,500 to $4,000. Now, depending what's in the unit, that's not a lot of money. There was a lot of styrofoam containers and stuff. Might have been some trinkets. I have no idea. But for $3,000 bucks, definitely $3,500, I was out of it. $2,500 was my max. I went above to $3,000. My last bid was $3,000. And with fees and all that stuff, that was going to cost well up into the $3,500 range, or even $4,000. And I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. I just was like, nah. And the thing is that it might have been worth $50,000, but I'll never know. Somebody knows. And so, but not me. So that was the first time I think in a while that I backed out of one. Usually if I want the unit, I'll buy it. But with that type of numbers, we did back out of that one. Hopefully this week we'll get a smaller unit and be able to do that and utilize the dumpster, because the dumpsters, you get them a week for free. Then after that's $5 a day. But having one on site here is so much better than waiting for them to deliver it. I know it takes them not that long to deliver it, but if we have to go pick one up, we would rather come home, immediately start filming, fill it up, and then they can come get it. Also, a lot of people are saying, why didn't we sell, all that stuff that we tore down on Facebook Marketplace? Good question, and I have an answer for that. The dog cage, if it was good, or the chain link fence, we were going to keep it and use it for our chickens. The thing is there was big holes cut in the side where they must have used it for their chickens and then put chicken wire on it. Now, would somebody come and take it? Maybe, but they had to get it out of where it was, which was all grown up, as you could tell. And let's be honest, Facebook Marketplace, is it available? Is it available? Oh, it's free. Can you deliver it? Can you have somebody help me? It was not going to be worth the effort of doing that. And then the chicken coop, that might have been on sale maybe for $50 or $30. It was so heavy that I could not pick up even one side of it. But the person coming and get it again for $20 to $30 that we would have got for it, is it available? Is it available? Can you deliver it? Can I deliver it? Can you have it? Can you give me $20 to come get it? That's how that would have definitely worked out, because Facebook Marketplace, we like things to be over a little bit. Even for free, they'll tear you up on Facebook. They really will. Oh yeah, we'll be there. And we needed it gone that day so I could mow the grass. I know that sounds crazy, but like every day, every second of my day is usually planned out. And if it takes longer than usual, I have to push stuff back. So we were just like, let's go ahead. It's really not worth a whole bunch and we'll get it gone. There is one piece I wish I probably would have saved, which was the metal roof. After I watched the video, I was like, that was probably the best piece because it wasn't damaged. It had a couple screw holes in it, but you can easily fix those. And also a lot of people saying the tractor with the front loader. And I agree with that. And we're going to actually talk because we would like to get pallet forks for a tractor too, that you could have a front loader and the pallet forks. So we might start buying pallets and be able to, you know, get them off the truck and stuff like that. So there's a lot of ideas going on in my brain later here that we can make our jobs a little easier. Kayla and I picked up the heaviest sofa the other day with just us. And so we're thinking, okay, if we're saving the sofas or something like that, or even if we have to put them back in the trailer to hold them for a while before we can sell them, or bring them up here, put them in the garage before we can sell them, we literally have to do it by hand. So if we had a tractor, I saw a lot of people's comments about the tractor plus the front loader. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a good idea to get one with pallet forks where we could put this heavy stuff on a pallet, do it back there, like right about there. And then what we would do is go ahead, put the pallet forks under it, travel it up, and then put it in the barn and then sell it like that, because that would be a lot easier. Then it's also easy for people coming to load it for Facebook Marketplace, right? They're saying, hey, can you help me load it? Absolutely, I got a machine. Boop, pop, pop, right on your truck or trailer. Get out of here, we're good to go. But we're gonna go ahead, pack that stuff up, and there's a ton to do on Whatnot today, so I'm gonna go in there and show you that. And as we always say, Willow gets her afternoon walk. She likes to check out the old dumpster back there. And then you know she loves to play in the grass. That's all she does is just scratch her back on the grass. Haven't really figured out why, but this is the only grass she does it in. So we did reveal last video that Kayla and I were gonna get a greenhouse, that she's gonna start selling plants. A lot has to go on before that, but we were on Whatnot and we actually bought a plant. And we wanted to see exactly how they package these, because that's another thing that we've never done before, is package a plant. Like I told you, there's licensings and all types of stuff. And oh, we had to go to the town hall here today and spend $25 on a survey that then also has to be recorded that we have to pay for. It's, you know how it is, just land of the fee. But we actually got a plant here. It was a pretty big plant, and we got this off of Whatnot. Do we know who it was? Chris. All right, Chris, we bought your plant.
So there's a little thank you note.
Oh, nice little thank you note.
With a little sticker.
Wow, look at you, Chris. Look, even Willow wants to come and join. She said, what are we looking at here?
So it's called Rare Roots.
Rare Roots.
They are on
Whatnot?
Whatnot.
All right, let's see how they package this bad boy up. Also, look at you using your new crock pot over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is
We're going to show
nice.
what's in it.
We bought that, that's a $50 crock pot, and we bought it for what, 15 bucks at the yard sale. I'm telling you, yard sales, you can't go wrong.
All right, so they got some paper.
And we got some paper.
All right. So this is what it looks like.
So they wrapped it in a lot of paper. All right.
Definitely a really nice box to where it wouldn't get crushed.
Yeah, that's a 6x6 by whatever, probably a U-line box. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, 24 by 6x6. I know my boxes, I'll tell you that. So they got a certain box for it, but we can always have those boxes. How was your walk? Was it good? Jeez Louise, look at you. You walked outside for 4 seconds. She looks like she has water too. Look at her just thinking, don't feel sorry for her. That's what she does.
She goes outside when it's too hot. I tell her it's too hot out.
Because this was a fairly large plant. Now, we don't expect to sell plants this big. Maybe we will at one time.
So they put cotton.
You bought a cotton plant.
A cotton plant.
Really? I thought we bought some with bigger leaves.
Okay.
Actually, it looks just like it snowed on there. We actually purchased snow, folks. We're kidding. It's cotton candy. So they put the cotton between the leaves. Mm-hmm. Okay.
To keep them.
Keep them from bending. Or whatever. That's a good looking plant.
That is a good looking plant. Look at that.
Yeah, I think we picked this up for like 20 bucks or something, just to see exactly how. I know that sounds crazy, but this is how we learn, is actually from a lot of other people, and then we figure it out from there. Then all they did with the pot, they put something in there like tissue paper or something, and then saran wrapped it so the stuff wouldn't come through, and they only lost like one little tiny piece of the soil. And then, yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's a really good idea. We'd probably do it the same way now, because it worked very well. The plant is not damaged whatsoever. Yeah. And then the cotton between it was a smart idea. Excellent, Chris. You get A++.
A++.
So that's really cool about the plant. Also with the electricians here today, and one of the favorite things that they did today that I like and I'm hyped up for is going to be the gate that we're putting right here. They had the box for it. We're gonna go ahead and get a gate where you hit a button, it comes in and out and stuff like that. And the reason why we're also putting a gate here is that this is the only way to look into our property from the road. The rest of it, you really can't see anything if the other gates are closed. Give you a little panoramic here behind me. So right there, the gate is gonna be so you can't really see into the property with that gate being up. The other side, once the gate's closed, you can see it a little bit, but it's not bad because you can't see any of our cars or anything like that with that gate being up. And then over here, when that gate's closed, you can't see anything what's going on inside the property. Everything now on the outside is completely done when it comes to the electric, which is awesome. But that building right there is not done. We have a ton of stuff and a ton of ideas to get done in that. That's gonna have to wait for at least 2 or 3 months or even more. We're kicking around the idea of selling the Mustang, not because, you know, it's just sitting there and I can't work on it right now. It makes me sad. So I'd rather somebody else enjoy it. I still drive it. It drives fine. It just needs right now, it needs a battery and some spark plugs. And I can do that with it sitting here. But if something happened to it, I really can't do what I want to up under the carport because you can't get it up and then it would sit out here. But with the gate, people wouldn't know it's back here being worked on. Kicking around the idea of actually selling that and doing the whole entire garage with that money. And then what we would do is go ahead and buy another Project Mustang, most likely 60s or 70s, even kicking around a Fox body. I don't know. I have no idea yet. She ain't gotta be fast or even good looking. Just gotta be loud. Loud and fun, that's what I like. So enough of that, let's go in there and actually start working. So the person did just pay for the swivel sockets, and they paid $30 a piece. That was with the shipping included, so $90. I only bought them for $100, and we have so many left. That was a really good buy when it comes to Snap-on, and that's why I did it separately, because I knew people were probably just looking for a few and not the whole set, and I knew they were gonna sell, so let's pull them and I'll show you what they are. As you can tell, I did custom SKU them, and they are all in box 101. We have 10, 5, and 11. All right, 10, 5, and 11. Here we go. Here we go. God is called bingo when you see it. I don't see it. No. 10, 5, and 11. There's 11, $30 right there in your hand. I'm telling you right now, tools, that's why I still love them, because you can make a fortune if you get the right ones. 10. And what was the other one, y'all? Say it out loud for me. Oh, yeah, number 5. Number 5. Y'all are right. You guys are right. And there's number 5 right there. That's $90. We're going to go ahead and probably give them back $16 in shipping, or no, $15 in shipping. But I'll go ahead and do that. But that ain't bad for a $90 order. Just 3 little sockets. Done listing everything on Whatnot other than the giveaways. And that's pretty much it. 110 items. I did it in an hour and about 10 minutes. There is a faster way to do that, is that you can just list everything under one thing. There's no actual pictures of the items. But we like it, I like it because I do ship about 98% of the Whatnot orders when it comes to these shows. And I like to see the items so I don't mess up in shipping. So far, we haven't messed up maybe once or twice, because I made just once or twice. But we've shipped out a lot of things. So what I do is I literally go by and take at least one picture of the item, and then it has the title right there. So this would be A6, then it goes in order. And we got some good stuff. I think we already showed some of this stuff, but I list all of these. I take one picture and do that. Said there is an easier way to do that, which is literally just go and Whatnot and do like a big batch thing and say 1 through 100, and then have the different weights and everything like that. But I like the picture, and it actually seems like y'all like the picture when you're on Whatnot, because you at least get one picture of what's up next. You know what I'm saying? Like you might like the sack roots, or you might want the perfume bottle. And we always run in order. We run from 1 to 110. We don't take, hey, can you run number 90? No, because somebody might be waiting for number 10 and you want me to run number 90, and then we'll run back and forth too much and stuff like that. So we go 1 through 110. It makes it a lot faster and a lot more organized. I think on Whatnot, you have to have some speed to your shows and also some organization to your shows to actually flourish on that website or on that app, because you don't want to be like running around, not knowing where stuff is and not getting things up fast. We like to do 15 seconds now, sudden death, very quick auctions or very quick ways to buy and stuff like that, and it works out pretty well for us. So the rest of the day, I actually have to go ahead and figure out what we have in the up the deck on whatnot, because it doesn't seem like we have that much. The deck closet is actually pretty bare. I mean, some of this stuff I'm going to go through, some of it's junk. Like these Seth Thomases, they don't even work. I thought they were going to work, but they don't. We do have some good purses and everything, but most of this stuff is completely empty. And all that stuff is for Kayla's clothing. But other than that, we don't have a whole bunch for Whatnot or eBay. So that means we have to get some storage units and also buy some stuff at some yard sales. I'll tell you what, if you get the right storage unit, it will set you up for at least a month or two on Whatnot. If you hit the wrong one, guess what? You just waste a whole bunch of money. And lately, we have not been getting the best storage units, so I'm trying to pick some better ones here. Again, we lost the one today for $3,000. I just couldn't do it. But we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go through I'm gonna go ahead and organize that closet. I did not clean. Usually we try to clean this space. That's another thing that actually takes us a little bit longer, is making sure everything's clean. When we had the storage unit, to think about it, we never really cleaned it. We never really swept, wiped down counters or anything like that. In the house we did, but we never really did it in the storage unit. So it takes me about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, to wipe everything down in here, clean everything, clean the floors, and make sure everything's nice and neat, because we want to keep it nice and neat because it moves so much faster when everything's organized. Kayla has put me into the organization cleanliness category, and now I'm always like, gotta make sure everything's in its right spot, and it's messes with your brain later if it's not. But we're gonna go ahead, get that stuff done. I know it's been kind of a weird video because I am just full ahead when it comes to getting stuff done. Especially when eBay, I only have 120 items, I think, on eBay. We are still trying to get that to 1,000. Hopefully today I'll have some time to list, but I have been up since 6 o'clock. I think right now it's going on maybe 5:30 or 6, and I probably have another 4 hours of work ahead of me. So that is a long day. I think that's what, a 16-hour day, and my eyes are probably getting a little bit droopy, and tomorrow's gonna be another long day of getting stuff done. So as long as I start pushing through this and getting some of this stuff done, organization and getting eBay up and running, that is my main focus right now. Other than Whatnot, eBay up and running, super, super important to me. Also, me and the Hornets really went at it there for like a week or two, and I haven't had to use my old buck assault gun in a while. I don't know if I'm going to put it away and they're going to come back out, or they know exactly what it is, but I'm impressed that they're not here anymore. I don't know. We haven't seen them. We have no idea. In this room over here, there was a lot floating around for a long time, and I haven't seen it. Are they kind of like flowers? Do they only bloom in certain periods and they only get born in certain periods and they get a nest and go from there? I have no idea. I think it's odd that we haven't seen one yet. There's a dead one down there, but it looks like that I had got him earlier. They're still flying around the building. There's not in the building. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they call their friends. Hey, he's got a bug assault gun. Stay away. He's taking us out. Well, that was the plan to get that done. It's hard to see through the old screen here, but the birds have found the bird feeder. And the crazy thing about this is that the birds eat the food, and there's like 2 or 3 squirrels that eat the corn. But so far we have not seen the squirrels get on the bird feeder. In Merle's Inlet, they would knock that thing down and like just plunder it. Here, we have yet to see the squirrel. Like the squirrel is out of corn right now, and I'm just gonna make sure he gets more corn, and it's good to go. Like, he doesn't mess with the bird feeder. He has very good manners. I might have to name him because he has such good manners, because he's like the best squirrel ever. He does not mess with nothing. Comes in, eats his little corn, and then he pieces out. Also, we did get Willow a bed over here. Check it out. She gets her own little bed. She's not in it now. That's just her blanket. But she likes to sit by the door and look outside. And if she doesn't have a bed, she just constantly walks around. She needs her own spot. I think most dogs are like that. They need to know where so they can sit or something like that. That, hey, this is my spot. This is where I need to sit. Because she just doesn't like sitting on like the regular floor just chilling. So enough speaking. Let's get back to working. So I bought this off of Amazon thinking that it was a really nice grill mat and it would be like super heavy. Turns out it's just a black tarp for like 20 bucks. They just name it something different. I thought it was going to be something fairly thick and large. It was like heavy. This just blows in the wind. I mean, it'll do fine just keeping the grease off of the wood, but eventually I probably want to buy something for that doesn't get grease on the wood itself and stain it or anything like that. Also, people were like, hey, why do you have a grill under a covered thing? Well, I know there's an open fire under there, but it is a griddle type of deal. It still catch on fire, I guess. It was funny because people were like, hey, the insurance person will probably drop you. They were actually here while we were grilling out, and that was perfectly fine to them, which is hilarious. So, but no, everything's good now with the insurance. You know, that's just a hassle nowadays. But But we're gonna go ahead and end this video. It's been a really good day, just a super day of hard work getting stuff done. The sun is setting over there, and I did watch the sun rise this morning, so I think I'm going to call it a night. We got a lot done tomorrow or the next day. Hopefully we get a storage unit for the Bearded Thrift Machine channel. I know you all like that content. It's just finding the right ones is becoming harder and harder to do, but we'll keep doing it and we'll keep buying them for sure. And next day here, check her out. We actually just did this on the Bearded Thrift Machine channel. This is pretty good for 30 doll hairs. Awesome thing right there. What we're gonna do is, we went thrifting this morning. We found a lot of good stuff. Actually, a lot more stuff than we thought. So again, if you don't watch the Bearded Thrift Machine, you'll see where we find this stuff at. Boop, pop over there. But I can, if you tell me, look behind you, see the gate, how it's all messed up? These gates are going to be the death of me. The gate is too heavy for the hinges, and it keeps blowing open, and it's destroying the gate. So we weren't gonna actually redo those gates, but me and Dad are gonna have to do something with those. They are just, eventually they're gonna fall down. So we're gonna have to do that, but we did sell 2 items. We're gonna head into the eBay barn and go ahead and pull. Pulling some orders, we got some tools that sold. I'm telling you, these little swivel sockets, we're gonna go fast. So we are now in the profit. This is our actually Snap-on organizers. They sold for $15 plus shipping on those. And then number 6 sold. Number 6, where are you, buddy? Uh-oh, is that 6 or 9? That looks like a 9. I gotta start. Oh no. There's number 15. Definitely number 6. Number 6 sold $25 plus shipping on that one. That ain't too shabby. What we're doing right now is that you want to go ahead and do your hammock. And then put your hammock in the back yonder, right where we just did the table. And that's probably gonna be it for back there, right? We have like a propane cooker that we're gonna end up using for like steaming crabs or doing chicken bog or something me and you can do during the summertime. Chill in the hammock. It's gonna be fun, is what I'm telling you. We're getting ready for it for sure. It's getting warm outside, which we like. Now the hammock is in here. Like I said, we have really ran through a whole bunch of inventory for sure. This is all your inventory for your shows. Then we also got to have a storage unit with that hammock stand, which is pretty impressive. And then we also have the money here. I think we should get a money jar over here, like a big boy money jar.
Yeah.
And or they could just be gallons and just put money in them. And then when we get like 5 gallons of change, go put it in and see how much we got. So let's go get the hammock finished.
So what we got going on here?
I think this is backwards. I have no idea how they did this. I don't know. I feel like it's just wrong. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Is that the correct way? If you go righty tighty too much, it becomes lefty loosey.
Yeah, because the hook definitely needs to be on that side.
Yeah, and there's only one way to do it. Is what I'm, and you saw it. There's only literally one way.
I don't think this is how this is supposed to go.
No, that's terrible. What do we got going on here? That makes no sense. I wonder if that's why they had it flipped around and did it the way. I have no idea at this point how this is supposed to go. I don't know. Is the hammock too small? Is it not even a hammock holder?
Oh yeah, if it pops off there, it's hitting in you.
How's it look? This is fun.
It actually looks more secure.
This is very relaxing. Oh, that ain't too shabby right there now. The final resting spot right here in the shade back here next to the firewood and everything like that. People were saying like to go ahead and see if we can get this away for free. I looked up free firewood on the face space. Tons of it, right? Yeah. All this is like absolutely has a ton of termites in it. This is what this stuff looks like. It is, all of it is just been here a long time and is completely destroyed, and that can't be good for burning, right? No. That's how all the firewood is. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and just get it out of here. I'm still talking Kayla into a front loader tractor. She's not having it so far. Ain't having it. But we're trying to get one of those, see if we can get one cheap, maybe a mechanic's deal or something I can work on. I'm sure I can work on a tractor, I can work on a car. That doesn't, probably not at all correct. And then also back here, we have to stain this spot. A tree hit that during a hurricane last time and wasn't stained. So we want to go ahead and get that done. So that looks good. But once we clean all of this up, it's gonna look so much better back here. We're gonna go ahead and end the video today. We do appreciate everybody watching. Remember, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button.